everybody, my name is Teresa Swann and today I want to talk about doTERRA Wild Orange Oil, Essential Oil. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate and I use my oils every day. Every night when I go to bed I put a different oil on the bottom of my feet because your feet are very porous and they get into your body very quickly. It's a great way to get them into you internally. Now doTERRA Orange is such a beautiful oil, and it's one of the cheaper ones, and so this is incredibly beautiful, and a lot of people call this their go-to oil because it has so many uses. This is a smaller bottle I've got. This one is, I'm going to have it both open. I was going to open the little one, I didn't realise this one was open, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. And unless you really do not like oranges, then you will all love this oil. This is very good for energizing and uplifting. So it's very good for depression when you're in one of those moods where you just can't get moving and you're fed up, because it energizes but it also calms. So that's what's beautiful about it. You know, it does the united things or similar things, but the up and down. It helps you with the calming mood, but also obviously it helps with anxious thoughts, doesn't it? And it lifts you up. It's like as soon as you smell it, you can't stop, can't help smiling because it's such a beautiful smell. It's also very good for digestion. When you've got that sort of sluggish feeling, that full feeling in your body, and you want to start getting things moving, you can drop of this into some water and swallow that. Or you could put it in some capsules, empty vegetarian capsules, and take it internally. That'll get things moving inside you, and that's what we all need, because if you keep all that rubbish inside you, constipation is not a good thing, you see, and that can make you very ill. That's why in the olden days, less than 100 years ago, when they were still doing this, when people went into hospital, they would give them an enema to clear them out, because they needed to do that to start the healing. They don't do that now, do they? This is why people are ill, and why often people don't get better, do they, in hospital. So if you're like this at home, you need to get things moving and not take those things that are maybe not so good for you. These are pure food grade therapeutic oils, certified and tested many times, about 13 times, so these are good for you. So while you're swallowing it and it's helping your digestive system, it's also doing other wonderful things to you. You can also use it in cooking, of course. Anything where you'd like to put an orange flavouring, you could make biscuits, couldn't you, or chocolate. Oh, one of the people in our class made some lovely chocolate with and put in some orange oil, and it was incredible. It's like the best chocolate you've ever tasted in your life, because shop-bought chocolate is not the same as making healthy homemade chocolate, and then adding like a drop or two, depending how much chocolate you made, of course. You could also put this into some biscuits, couldn't you? Make some orange biscuits. It's also very good for detoxifying, as most of doTERRA's oils are. They're antibacterial, antiviral. So if you were out somewhere, saying you didn't have the ability to wash your hands, and I don't use those very chemical fueled hand sanitizers anymore. I make my own and put them with some aloe vera and put some oils in. This is very good for immunity. So if you were somewhere and you were, for example, you were somewhere where a lot of people were sneezing and coughing, you could inhale this up your nose straight from the bottle, and if you were going to eat something, you realised, oh, there's no way to wash my hands, you can put a drop into your hands and rub it all over your hands. That would only be, of course, if you were indoors somewhere, because orange oil is one of the citrus oils and it is very photosensitive. So you could only do that on a cloudy day, or if you say you were out at night time and you couldn't wash your hands, you had this in your bag, put that on your hands, because you can't go out into the sunlight for 12 hours after you've put this on your skin where it's exposed. It's alright to put it on your skin somewhere where it's not exposed. It can help, according to Dr. Josh Axe on YouTube, help with lymphatic drainage. So if you rubbed it where your lymph nodes are, especially undercover, or if you're going to be indoors the rest of the day, you can put it on your neck. where the lymph nodes are, and it will help with lymphatic drainage, according to Dr. Josh Axe. It's this lady on the internet who works for doTERRA, she said that this is good if you're a hoarder, to help you get things moving. Well, that would work because it's lifting up your mood. So if you're in that very stagnant type of mood and you can't get moving, and you do find that you're piling the rubbish up in your house and there's things you could clear out, because it lifts up your mood, it could help you with hoarding issues, because it will get you motivated, see? It will lift you up and motivate you. It is, like I said, very good for the immunity, so you could diffuse this at home in the many electrical diffusers you can buy on the internet. They don't have to cost a lot, and they do not heat up. It's cold steam that comes out the top, because you must not heat up these oils, because that would kill all the benefits in them. A lot of people ask me, can you burn them? And I say, no. I'm quite horrified when they say that to me, because you can't. That's why you put these in these diffusers that are not getting warm. A lot of people think it's warm air, that's steam that's coming out. It's not, it's cold air. You must not heat up these oils. I do get a lot of people asking me, or saying and commenting on things I put on Facebook, that they've been brought up and learnt, because they're an aromatherapist, you cannot ingest oils. These are not like other oils. I would not put these in my body if I did not think they were safe. And I take these lemon oil internally every day, peppermint oil, and as I said, I'm rubbing different oils on my feet every night, and they're going into my body. I'm making up capsules for my dad at the moment for his medical problem. I'll give them to my son. He's got a inflamed, like an infected tonsil. So he lay down on the bed the other night, 2 nights ago, and I told him to tip his head back, and I dropped melaleuca, which is tea tree oil, straight onto his tonsil, which I got a tip from someone in my team. He did that for his son. So I told him I was going to do it, and I told him it was not going to taste nice, and of course it didn't taste very nice, but that was the best way to get it onto his tonsils. And then I've made him up some capsules with oregano and melaleuca in for him to swallow, because it's going to help his infected tonsils. But that's what you can do, see? These are food grade oils. Some of the oils you can't actually ingest. There are some, so that's why you need to, when you start to use them, a very good book to get is a book called Modern Essentials. I can't see, this one, because this will teach you everything you want to know. There are other versions of this, modern, updated ones, but they're very similar to this. This is what I refer to all the time, because it tells you all the information you need to know. You can't go wrong, and if you still were questioning it, you could ask one of your team if you sign up to a team, or you could contact doTERRA. You can contact them, you can message them. You could look up, say for example, wild orange on, just Google it, doTERRA wild orange, and it will give you a huge amount of information about that. But this is, I wouldn't want to be without this book. This is my go-to book all the time. It will tell you the safety data of the product, it will tell you whether you can consume it, it will tell you the benefits of it. So like this is the page for orange, wild orange, and it says that you can, it says it's also good for angina. That's a French medical use, that says, so it's not widely known for that in other parts of the world. It is an antidepressant, it is antispasmodic, it's for digestion, it's a sedative, but also a tonic. That's what's so beautiful about it. See, it's a sedative, so it calms you, or it's a tonic to lift you up. And I think an oil, anything that can do that in the same product is wonderful, isn't it? So fear, it can also help you let go of the fear, because anxiety, I know from all the people I do readings for, psychic readings for, and people I know, and how I used to be, the fear. Anxiety is worry, isn't it? And worry can roll along. You can imagine it's like a little ball, and it rolls and rolls and rolls and gets bigger and bigger. That turns into fear. So this can help you to reduce fear. Because if you are in that pattern of anxious thinking, and you had a bottle of this, or one of the other oils, and you uplifting oils, and you smelt that, that would just take your mind away, even if it's for a few seconds, from what you're thinking about. And then you could rub it onto your pulse points, as long as, like I said, your sleeves are covered up, or it's evening and the sun isn't out, because I have actually put this on mini and haven't had a problem, but that's me. A lot of people are photosensitive to it, so it's not a good idea to go out in the sunlight. Somebody put pictures on the internet that they used doTERRA orange oil and then they went on a sunbed, and my instant thought was, why would you put this on before you went on a sunbed? So of course her skin all bubbled up. Well, that's not this oil's fault, because she should have found out the information for it, shouldn't she? So either she's signed up on her own and then hasn't found out any information about the oils, because that's why it's better to sign up through someone who can help you, because my team and team leader, I get so much advice off of them, and then they of course are giving it to clients, and then they get back feedback from them about how wonderful it is. So that lady, I would think, is one of these people who just bought it off the internet. She may have bought it straight from doTERRA and just as a customer, and then she never asked any questions about it. She never found anything else about it, so that's how she ended up with a bubbled skin, a blistered skin. But again, why would you put something like that on, anything on, even a perfume, before you go on a sunbed? Because there could always be a reaction, couldn't there? Common sense is what's needed all the time. This bottle is works out about £10. So I don't know how much that is in dollars, because that changes every day, doesn't it? But this is one of their cheaper oils, and it has, as they all do, many benefits, and it is a very smiley oil. So thank you all for listening, and if you want any information or you'd like to find out how you can buy this, you can contact me. Thank you, bye bye.